So here we are, another one of my gardening weeks, and it's very, very windy today, but at least the sun is out, and I think that's why the sun is out, because it's blowing the clouds away. It's cold though, it's only about 6 degrees, but when the sun is out, I am out. Actually, I'm out most days. So it's Roots Day today on the moon phase calendar, and I thought it is time for me to pot up my potatoes. I showed you my potatoes last time. Look how nice they are. Let's have a nice close-up. There we are. These are called Swift. These are a first early potato, and I faff around with putting them into these small pots at this time of year. I sowed them on the 9th of February only because I want a really, really extra early crop of potatoes. So I'm going to be about maybe 3 to 4 weeks ahead of other early potatoes, which is fabulous because I do like new potatoes. And, it's doing this isn't a great deal of bother, actually, to tell you the truth. Let's have a look at this root system yet again. That's beautiful, isn't it? Yay. Okay, so it's all very scientific. Not. All I do is, so this was one tuber, one potato. I put one in the pot, and then all I do is I put another in the pot. It's very, very simple. There we are, beautiful. Now this pot, I was trying to guess the size of this pot, because they don't have any, they don't do litres anymore. People don't do litres anymore when they do pots and stuff. They only do kind of like the diameter of the pot. But I am fathoming, I do like that word fathoming, if you've noticed, that this is about a 25 to 30 litre pot, this one. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up the compost all the way around, and it'll all be Bob's your uncle. In about 3 weeks' time, maybe 4 weeks' time, the green hulms will be coming through again, and yeah, it's going to be very exciting. So I'm going to do, I think I've got enough in the greenhouse. Yes, I have. I'm going to do 2 pots like this, and that will be my start. And then I'll see how the rest of them are going, and the next Roots Day I will do another 2 pots perhaps, or maybe 3 pots. And that is my extra early potatoes. So I've just popped them in here for the moment. It's I think I need to do some clearing up in here and moving around of stuff, because when I get down into this bottom corner here, I'm finding that I'm squashed in by a lot of things. So I need to clear up. I need to take that chili out, because that's had it. But at least I've got these 2 pots done. I've got some more coming up that I can see down here of my potatoes that have broken ground, so I'm really happy with that. I will do those the next Roots Days, and it's really lovely and sunny in here at the moment, so it's nice and warm. I might have a little sit down, but I do have lots of other things to do. So I'm back over here again on the allotment at the end of the week, and I have just behind me planted out all of my beetroot that were ready. So I've got the Burpees Golden behind me, and I also have my Pablo, and I sowed those at the beginning of January, and these are for my really early crop of beetroot that I am going to get. They're going to be really lovely and kind of medium sized and absolutely delicious, and then they will come out of here and I can put my summer crops in here. But what I am very happy with is how the lettuce has taken in here. It's done really well. It's nothing's died. which is a bonus. And also the Komatsuna is doing really well as well. So I'm very happy. I kind of leave the door open a little bit, and I also have this vent open here because I don't have louvers in this greenhouse. So there's no through wind or through air. So I need to have the door open all the time. I've got a little bit of a plastic thing to put on the other side of the door because the cats come in here and use this for their toilet. So I will show you how well everything is doing in here. As you can see, it is doing all well, all the lettuce, everything, very, very happy. It's not a very big greenhouse, so I kind of have to get out of the way to show you what is what. And as for the brassicas, they are beautiful. I have 3 extra brassicas that I can see in front of me, and I am going to be taking them back with me to the kitchen garden because I don't need to replace anything in here. Everything looks great. I've given it a tiny little bit of just a fork over to get rid of some of these kind of little annual weeds in here. But I'm very happy, and I know that this greenhouse does well with lettuce because I've had lettuce in here before and it does really like it in here. I hope you can't hear the wind because it is blowing a gale outside, and so I'm hoping that my microphone is working today and you don't hear that wind. So let's have a look at the state of my strawberries in my hanging baskets here. They're absolutely loving it. Look at that one. I've got them all the way along here in the greenhouse. Mr. N put some hooks up for me, and they're just up, as you can see, where the lean-to comes downwards. So I don't ever really get to that window because I've got all this stuff in front of it. But if you look at these hanging baskets, they are doing so well. Love, love, love. And I love these hanging baskets. So these I got from Amazon, and they sell out all the time because they're really, really cheap. And I just bought another batch actually so that I had them. But they're actually available now again on Amazon. If you want any, just have a look at my shop that I've got down below in the link below, and you'll be able to get them there on Amazon. I thought while I was in here that I would just check everything out, and I've moved that chili out of the way, and I seem to have lost chilies along the way. Gosh, unbelievable. Right, so I would say, are you flowering? Just about to flower. Oh yes, flowering! Right, so my broad beans in here are all flowering now, which is very exciting. And you don't need to worry because if you do broad beans undercover, broad beans are self-pollinating. So they don't need any little bugs to come along and do their thing. It's a nice thing to see, and it's a nice thing for them to do. Thank you very much, little buggies. But I just kind of give them a little bit of a tickle and a little bit of a flicker like this, just to help things along a little bit, you know, hello, just checking them out, making sure they're okay, making sure there's nothing on them that's, you know, looking too bad. And that's all they really need. And did you know that broad bean flowers smell? They have a perfume, and the perfume is just gorgeous. It's springtime. Oh, lovely. Absolutely love them. It's such an exciting time when March comes along because everything grows really fast, especially in a greenhouse, of course. So I just want to show you, I have these beautiful lettuce here. I've got 2 per pot, and I keep looking at these to see, ooh, am I going to harvest them? Am I going to harvest them? But I just want them to just get a little bit bigger before I do harvest them, because I'm not going to take the leaves off around the sides. I want to take the whole heads. And these are these lovely butterhead lettuce called Brighton, the most fabulous lettuce that you get for winter growing. Look at my hair. Yeah, and then here, in these other pots here, I put some other lettuce in, and they have grown so fast, just being taken out of their pots and put into these pots. So I'm really happy, thank goodness, because I was having a bit of a problem with the old lettuce that was getting quite a lot of stem rot this year and slugs. Yes. I've also got this lovely celery here. The one in the garden has finished. I've left it in because I want to see if it's going to sprout again. I think it probably will keep sprouting. But I've got this one here and I've got another one as well, just in a pot just here. So that should keep us going really until the next lot of celery is ready. I've just pricked them out and put them in little pots. So this should be fine for us. But can you see that sun coming through? Oh, it's just so, so lovely. Very, very happy. And on the staging behind me, I just wanted to show you my shallots are coming beautifully. They've got these lovely little green leaves coming on them. So they're doing really, really well. I've got the red sun up this end and I've got the golden gourmet as well. I have another lot down there. That's my radish. I'm not going to plant it out yet. I'm going to leave it for another roots day and then I will plant it out. Let's just have a look on this staging. I've got some Hearst green shaft, what do you call them? Peas for pea shoots. And then I've got some more little red kales down there that need to be potted up on a leaves day. Here I've got some more kale, they're doing really well. Up here, now this is the red ruble. This is the kale that I use for like cut and come for salads. So I am going to pot on all of these into one really big container and then I use them as a cut and come. And here are more beetroot. I doubled up on my beetroot because I didn't think the beetroot would actually work that I sowed on the 4th of January, but as you can see, it has. So I've got another lot there. But the difference is I've got some bull's blood and I've got some of the white one as well. So I might discard the ones on the end and just do those ones there. There we are. So I'm in my emerald greenhouse. I don't think I've shown you this greenhouse yet this season, actually. This is the greenhouse that the doors kept flying off. Well, yes, for a while until I fixed it. But this is the greenhouse that I'm keeping all my fruit in. I've got all my citrus in here, and I've also got my fruit trees in here, the ones that are kind of, you know, frost tender. And this specimen here, this is only a baby. This is a nectarine. I got two. I got a peach and a nectarine. And this is a nectarine tree. And it is coming into flower, as you can see just here. So I am going to help it out a little bit, and I'm going to help myself out a little bit because I would like some fruit from this. I got this tree last year and I had some very nice fruit, but the fruit was really little. And this year I'm not going to get a great deal, but I will get some more fruit. But because of this time of the year, there are not a great deal of pollinators around, I am going to have to do the job myself. And that means that I had to go on the hunt for a paintbrush. If you haven't got a paintbrush, the other thing that I have actually used in the past is a piece of string, and I've used the end of the piece of string. But I found this really interesting paintbrush that I obviously got from somewhere. It has a pointy end on it. So this is what you do. All you do is you go into the flower, collect the pollen here in the flower, and then you then distribute it into all the other flowers. That one there, see, I'm doing the job of what a bee would do. Go in there very nicely, get that pollen on my paintbrush and start painting all the other flowers. I've got a few coming here as well, little flowers, and that is what you do when you self-pollinate a tree. peach tree, nectarine trees, apricots as well. They're very, very early in the season. They love to flower early in the season. And so just to help them out a little bit, we just get this paintbrush and we just paint the pollen on. It doesn't work all the time, but it's worth doing because you've got a chance. You really have got a chance. Otherwise, if you're going to wait for the pollinators, then most of them are still asleep. So that's that one done. I might just do a little bit on there as well till that opens up. Trusty brush. That's what I'm doing in here. So I'm Susie B from SusyBLiving. Thank you very much for joining me. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button and then you will get my gardening week every week, and you will also get my moon phase gardening, or my gardening by the moon, because I've just changed the name, schedule every week as well. So I hope that you will join me on this fantastic growing season, and let's have the best season ever. Thumbs up. See you later.